What's up, cyber world? It's your girl, the one and only, Ash Brown. And this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program here, we talk a little about everything. Maybe pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related. So you gotta stay tuned to see what I'm going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is best friends. Okay, so we're talking about the best friends thing. And then sometimes people in my life, I can only speak from my own experience. People have been the best friend, the go-to, the GOAT, all of that. And then they've done some really treacherous stuff. And I've had to cut them the F off. All right, I've had to cut them off. But at the very, very few times, there have been the instance of the best friend that we don't have like a falling off. We don't have any bad blood. It's just life, time, proximity, family. It just shifts and you slowly but surely just fall out of contact. And so that's what I'm talking about today is I was talking with somebody and they were like, you didn't have like a really good best friend when you were a kid. I've had a couple, I would say the only one that was just through and through, just really a good human being. And life just pulled us in different directions, We didn't have a falling out. There was no money exchange or anything crazy like that. Or, she didn't steal my boyfriend or nothing like that. But it's just like life happens and you shift and you're a little bit of everywhere and things just happen. And I'm talking about my homie Vickie. All right. Yes. Vickie is a girl that I met when we were in middle school. So we met in middle school. And we just like immediately just clicked. We were just like instant sisters. Okay. We just clicked. Like I didn't love school and she kind of didn't love school as much either. Like we got good grades because like our moms were not playing that stuff. So we got good grades, but we just clicked. We were just very similar in so many aspects, and we knew different groups of people like in our school, and so we were always like exchanging notes about, this person this and this person that. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that about this person. Yeah, well, this is the tea. And we, I would spend weekends over at her house because, I'm the oldest of three, so it was kind of a peaceful weekend. To be at someone's house and there's not like little children like running around like cutting up and stuff. And she had a cat and the cat's name was Miss Toney. And Miss Toney would have several litters like a year. And they just knew like Miss Toney was just in and out. She just knew, okay, well, this is my home. This is where I lay. This is where I go get food. And this is where I have my children. And it was just funny because she would tell me like, she came home from school and, Miss Toney had like children. She had like a brand new litter of kids. And she just knew how to clean them and how to do whatever. And it just worked. So, like I said, we had a middle school that was just finished. It was just finished built. And we went to that middle school together. And just like I said, immediately, that was my dog. That was for real. Like when I tell you ride or die, that was my dog. For real. We go to 9th grade and, it's still that same, that was a lasting bond. And that was one person that I would say through everything that I experienced through life, always kept it real. Always was 100, A1 from day one. And, yeah, she was always there for me for those really monumental periods in time. Like, My very first boyfriend. Like the first guy that I like seriously was like dating, he was from the wrong sides of the track. And, she did a double date with me. We double dated and we went to a movie theater it's probably gone now, or it's probably like $1 theater now, but it was off of Panola Road. And, cause I'm a bit paranoid. I am, I'm a Bronx kid and I didn't know much about this guy. So I was like, if it's a double date, then it'll be less, less dangerous, maybe. I don't know. So I was like, look, Vic, you got to come, do this double date with me. He's going to bring his guy. Everything's going to be good. It's going to be Gucci. And she's like, yeah, you my dog. You know what I'm saying? I got you. All right, cool, bet. And at the time, I forgot, and she'll probably tell you the story better than me, but we were reading some story. And in the story, there was a character named Clem. All right, this is in school. We're reading this story, and it's like one of these really big and abstract, weird, Shakespearean-esque theme type of not movies, but books. And a character in there's name was Clem. So when I met the guy and we're talking and everything that week, like literally we went out the following week after we met. And he's telling me about his friend named Clem. And Clem, I was like, oh my gosh, the guy's name is Clem. And I'm like, Clem, like Clem. I'm like, and so I'm telling it to Vickie and she's like, Ash, are you sure that the guy's name is Clem? Like it's pretty coincidental. His name's Clem and we reading this damn story about this guy, also named Clem. I was like, girl, I don't know. It's so weird, isn't it? It's so strange. But we got to the movie theater that night, y'all. And the guy's name is Glenn. The guy's name is Glenn. And oh my gosh, she never let me live that down. She's like, I knew something was off when you told me the guy's name was Glenn. I knew something was off. I knew something was wrong. And I was like, yeah, that's just what it is. That's what it is. But we had like a system down pack, like, and I'm gonna like easily just date myself in saying this, but like she would get a letter in the mail from our school. And she'll call me. She'll, hey, did you get the letter in the mail from the school? And I'm like, I got the same letter. What the hell is this? What is this? And she was like, all right, look, this is what you do. This is what we gotta do. All right, just hold the letter up to like a light or something. Like if you got a lamp or you got something. I was like, what is holding the letter up to a light gonna do? What is that gonna do? She's like, then you can look through the envelope and we can see what the heck this is. I was like, oh, you're so smart, Vic. You're always thinking. So we always had a system in figuring out school. And we actually went off to college together. We went to the same college. We were roommates. And we was dog. Like, that was my dog for real, I didn't have the best first year there. And I made my way to another school, but there was nobody else that I would have rather room with because, we knew each other so well for so long and we always had each other's back through, thick and thin with all the craziness that happened that year. Because a lot of crazy stuff happened that year. It was a lot of craziness that happened that year. But we always had each other's back. And Vickie, I know you out there, girl, living your life, and later on we got in contact because my mom passed. And that was a whole other thing. And I posted something about her passing or something, and then Vic reached out, and we hadn't really been in contact for a minute because like I said, life happens. You get jobs, you move, and all kinds of things are going on. And she reached out to me and she was like, yo, I'm sorry for your loss and everything. when is the service? And, I shared all that information. And she and her mom actually came. And I was really appreciative to see, some familiar faces. And I will never forget that. So, Vickie, thank you so much. Well, excuse me, she's married now. She's a married woman now. So, Vickie, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a real person. Because there are so many people out here in this life that aren't. They just aren't good people. And thank you for being that number one from day one. And it's like certain things I remember, very potent memories. Like that first year we went off to college, I was dating that guy who was obviously a head case. And Vickie saw through to it. She was like, look, this one here, yeah, he may be fine, but, so, he kind of off. And I'm telling you, he out there doing his thing. I'm like, no. He's my man, and I'm going to be down. I'm going to ride for my man. I'm going to ride for my man. And we had this going joke because Charlie's Angels, a movie that came out with like Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu. And she's like, you know who you're like? I was like, what? She's like, you are Lucy Liu. You go into these parties, these dudes just trying to holler, and you are just flanking them off left and right. You're not even giving them the time of the day. I was like, because I am a good woman to my man, regardless if he had another school. But, I think that with age comes experience. And that was an experience that I needed to have. And I needed to learn from it. But I will always remember her telling me, he's probably out there just doing his thing and doing it. I'm like, nope, not believing it, because he's real. He loves me. He's me. He's all about Ash. And she was absolutely right. So, Vic, I don't know if I ever told you, but you were absolutely right. He was a complete head case. And he didn't drive me to start drinking, but I thought about it a lot. I did think about it a lot. And then later on down the road, this guy would try to peek into my life. He would try to peek in every blue moon. And I would shut him down at all cost. And a couple years ago, he peeked in and told me that his mom had passed. So now we kind of had a common ground because I was still dealing with my loss. So we got to talking and stuff. And come to find out, Vickie, you were still right. This guy was not a good person. And isn't in my life. Thank you, Jesus. But let this be a lesson to all of you guys out there. Listen to your girls. Listen to your home fries, all right? Listen to them because they be knowing stuff. But, Vickie, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope that you are having a fantabulous existence, darling. And I will always remember the great times that we shared. And, keep being you. Keep being an original. There's so many carbon copies out here of people. Keep being an original and do what makes you happy. And that's all I got to say. So that's my dedication to my best friend. Probably the only best friend I really ever had. But, that's the story. But I hope that each and every one of you guys, you have a great, fantabulous, wonderful, just purposeful, peaceful, and productive week ahead. All right? I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you for the downloads. Got nearly 2,000 episodes of the ashsaidit show. And growing, I got some surprises. I got some pretty big names that I was very fortunate to come upon. So I'm really excited about those episodes in the coming weeks. So keep in mind, it's Mondays. We release new episodes every Monday. So Go and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform because your girl is already there. The Ash Said It Show. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.